What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Drew, aka Mr. Hollywood, and you know it. Before we get into this video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Tell them it ain't nothing to it but to do it. You hear me? So today we will be reacting to some more of Shedeur Sanders. Y'all know he the chosen one. He got the internet in a frenzy right now. So yeah, shout out to Marcellus Wiley.
Strip, dip, strip, you get it. Hello, McCrispy strips. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Wah, wah, wah. What's up, y'all? It's Marcellus Wiley, Dad. Dude, it's time to talk about what y'all are talking about, which is who's going to be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. Well, let's just say if we're listening to Colin Cowherd and others out there, it's about Mr. Shedeur Sanders. I'm fascinated with camp evaluations, OTAs, mini camp, stats. I'm fascinated by it because that didn't exist when I was out there getting it in. But now that
And he old school. Must I remind you, Marcellus Wiley, he is a retired NFL player. You know what I'm saying? So he played the game at the highest level. Whether it don't matter. It really don't matter what round you come out of. It's all about how much work you are willing to put in. You know what I'm saying? So all of this making fun of Shedeur, talking about he working with the 14, 13, second team. And it's crazy because he's been moving up. So now he's working with the first team. You hear me? So that means we will see a lot of him in preseason. And a lot of y'all be talking about OTAs and training camp don't matter. It does matter. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you still putting in work and honing your craft. That's what it's all about. It's all about growth.
it is here, let's use it to our advantage. So we're going to break this film down and see what Shedeur is really about. But before we do all that, make sure you guys support this channel, support the community by becoming a Project Transition gym member. Give her every month. You guys could be a part of this experience. You can be a part of the community, the impact of these itty bitties. You can also win some amazing prizes and exclusive events. Stick with me at the end of this video. I am selecting one gym member today to win some fantastic prizes. Yes. All right. So make sure you guys go to Project Transition, become a gym member, a giver every month. Now, without further ado, let's break this film on down. What you got to say about it, Colin, partner?
The coach and the GM didn't want to draft Shedeur Sanders. And they did in the fifth round, 2 rounds after Dylan Gabriel. And he's crushing it. He's their best quarterback in camp. Colin, he's facing backups. Yeah, he's throwing to him as well.
That's real.
Sometimes you stumble into success. It's not a straight line. It's not linear. Brady with the Patriots, Brock Purdy to the Niners, Kurt Warner to the Rams. It's not always a straight line. So the staff, because they picked, and the GM, because they picked Dylan Gabriel 3rd round and Shedeur 5th, they're giving Dylan Gabriel most of the first team reps.
Now, the thing about it is, everyone is reporting that it came from ownership to go and get Shedeur Sanders. And it came from the typical scout evaluating GM coach level to go get Dylan Gabriel. Point being, if the owner or somebody up top really wanted Shedeur, then Shedeur gonna win all tiebreakers as well.
But not all of
Hey, that does matter though, because like the owners, they're not good at scouting talent. You hear me? The owners are for like, okay, well, I'm gonna pay this player this much because they're getting all of their analytics from the scouters and all of that they pay for their team. They're trusting them to pick the best player for the organization. Especially the quarterback is a need that the Browns have always needed over the years. The Browns have always had good running backs, don't get me wrong, you hear me? But it's like, come on now, stop it. Shedeur is him, and he been him. Hold on, let me make sure. Okay, I had to make sure I'm still recording.
them now. Not all of them. The coaching staff cannot deny what's happening. And here's the difference. Let's forget Flacco for a second. He'll probably start, and Kenny Pickett's not the future. Let's concentrate on the 2 kids. Shedeur Sanders.
This is amazing to me. Y'all peep game. They have not played a game this year yet. This is real live stats. Like, this is sportsreference.com for a preseason. Not even a preseason, a pre-preseason. We're talking about off season. Goodness. So they're going to go through all the stats. Let me see if he does it before I do it.
Is 34 of 44. 9 touchdowns, 1 pick. The most accurate quarterback easily in camp. 77%.
Not only most accurate, peep game. Most touchdowns, too.
Dylan Gabriel is the least of the 4 accurate quarterbacks. 54%.
54.
Okay, so I'm
Okay, so by me looking at this, but you know, you can't really ask people honest opinion that are certified haters and people who honestly haven't played a sports a day in their life. You hear me? So 34 out of 44, 77.3%. That's lit. And he threw 9 touchdowns out of every other quarterback. Remember, Joe Flacco, he is a veteran. Kenny Pickett, he a veteran. Dylan Gabriel, he's a 3rd round pick. Shedeur was drafted in the 5th round, which he is a first rounder who was colluded against. So let's not act like we don't know the truth and what's really going on. But then the crazy thing is, Dylan Gabriel, they really don't even have his little highlights in the OTAs. It's like they're not even trying to shop him. You feel me? If they are trying to shop him, it's behind the scenes. But I get it, man. But hey, the owner has spoken. He said go get Shedeur. Look like Shedeur is QB1, whether y'all like it or not.
sorry, they're all throwing to the same guys, same protection, same coaching staff.
Yeah, fair.
And that's why you got to be careful about Dylan Gabriel. If you just talk about Shedeur Sanders and Dylan Gabriel, they did not have similar college experiences. Okay, Shedeur Sanders has Travis Hunter and a bunch of non-Sunday players. Dylan Gabriel went from powerhouse Oklahoma to powerhouse Oregon. And Oregon, outside of Ohio State, Texas, and Georgia, Oregon had the most guys drafted. They had 10 guys drafted, NFL receivers, left tackles.
Squad.
Right? So Dylan Gabriel's playing with pros.
Facts.
Pros everywhere. Receiver. Rams drafted their tight end. The receivers, their left tackle.
Facts.
Pros everywhere. Great staff. One of the highest paid staffs in the country. Shedeur Sanders had Travis Hunter, who got doubled and tripled.
And no.
He had Travis Hunter and 3-star recruits. That's what I'm saying, though. People who spent 5 years in college, you know, like they was school hopping. And then the NIL, it just makes it, these players don't really be getting the full effect of training and the best, like having to really work hard. They chasing the money. They not really investing it. They not really putting in their work to hone their craft. You hear me? But look, Shedeur, y'all need to go look this up. Shedeur has had 6 different coordinators in 4 years in college. He went to the HBCU for 2 years, his freshman and sophomore year. Boom. Then he transferred to Colorado, Big Ten, his junior and senior year. Had the worst offensive line that was ranked 69th. He was sacked the most in the FBS. And he did more with less. That's basically what they are saying. And we seen it with our own eyes. Come on, bro. He's scrambling every time he hiked the ball. And still putting up these numbers in. He doing it with confidence. He not rattled or nothing. He getting hit. He get up, know what I'm saying? He'll give them a high five or a pat on the shoulder pad, let him know, hey, that's a good sack. You know what I'm saying? I respect it. He wasn't out of character or nothing. He elevates his teammates, bro. He never threw him up under the bus when we clearly seen how many times he got sacked. He got sacked almost 60 times. That's crazy. And still putting up those numbers, man. I don't get it.
A running game and a bad offensive line. I'm listening.
So it's just like you and I, you can't compare a Yale GPA to a community college GPA.
Or
If
Columbia.
you give them a standardized test or they're taking a bar to be an attorney, okay, now it's fair. So that's why I don't want to hear about what Dylan Gabriel did in college. Shedeur didn't have that experience. The OTA and the mini camps, that's the standardized test.
That's why he's the best. That boy's strong.
Trying to
He
tell
broke
him.
that thing on down. This is Marcellus Wiley with an urgent message for anyone struggling with over $10,000 in credit card debt. Here's what you need to do
I'm
right
fast
now.
forward
Visit
this.
pt.monitordebt.com. They've helped thousands.
Can somebody please help me judge this chicken?
Juicy, seasoned.
Yeah, that's the hair.
Gotta dip it in some special sauce. Double dip! Who you think made it?
I don't know who cooked it, but they know how to cook.
Boom! Yes! Make crispy strips, man. Stay here for. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Now, what he's breaking down is interesting because standing on off-season statistics, it's already broken, it feels like. It feels like a fallacy. Like, what are we really using here? Even though all of the ingredients are common to all the players. So therefore, that's why it actually has some credence. Like, this doesn't count, but it matters. That's what Mark Schlereth used to always say about preseason, about going out there and trying to make the team, show you what you're worth. No, these games don't count, but they matter. No, these reps in practice don't count, but they matter. So I think it's going to play out like where they're going to put Joe Flacco out there just because he's the one that can take the most hits from the outside, from the media, for whatever comes their way in terms of negativity. And let's see if Joe still got it. Like, you know, he up there in age. What is he, 40? Whatever. Let's see what Joe got. And we're going to go as far as Joe take us. And then after that, then we're going to get real. If Joe can't take us all the way, it's going to get real. Now, who we really think is our future? Who really is out there that we think that is going to get us over this hump? Is it Gabriel? Is it Shedeur? Kenny Pickett, like, damn, y'all ain't going to talk about me? Is it Pickett? Here's the thing. One thing I know that is going to be really telling.
But it's crazy. Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett, they have been in the league. They've been in the league. And like I said, Joe Flacco, he 40-something. So you mean to tell me I'm just going to let my 5th string, which is a first rounder, sit on a bench when he has already been properly trained? He's already pro ready through all the negativity that he's been having to deal with, and he's still been performing. He's been performing above, way above average. Like he said, Gabriel, he had at least 10 people drafted. That's Oregon. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then before that, he was at Oklahoma. Those are powerhouses. So he was playing with A-team players, A-plus players, varsity players, while Shedeur was playing with C and D-team players. No disrespect, but I'm just saying, Shedeur elevated them and made it happen for them. I'm not saying they was just some scrubs, but the people that he got drafted, he trusted those receivers, and they all made it to the league, and that's great. Just being able to see him perform like that, just under duress and all that, man. A lot of us wouldn't be able to handle that, bro. Probably be going home crying to your mama and all of that, or your dad, or whatever the case may be. But understand, Shedeur, he is what that organization need, and I'm glad they waking up now, because a lot of these vets in the Browns organization, they speaking up. I want him to carry us to the promised land. I don't want them.
About this whole quarterback battle is the fact that Shedeur Sanders, what Shedeur had to endure, and it rhymes, what he had to endure, that's usually what makes somebody something in this league, especially at that quarterback position. You either got to be an insane talent, number 1 overall picks and all them top picks. You go back in history and see them from Peyton Manning on down, or go through it. Because Peyton Manning is my favorite quarterback, the best quarterback I ever saw. But the ones who rival him, challenge him truly, are who? Joe Montana, 3rd rounder. Tom Brady, we know, 6th rounder. Okay, them quarterbacks that be getting drugged through it, the ones who had to endure, turn into a Shedeur, potentially. So let's see how this all plays out. I thought it was fascinating to see what they're doing in camp. Same players, same system, same protection, same defense. Don't do it's real. And I do remember, let me give y'all this, before I started as a full-time starter, so this is like my 2nd year, I think, 3rd year, I remember being in practice and finally realizing, dog, I'm a starter, but I'm not starting. Like, first year, hell no. 2nd year, a lot of it, nah, not really. But then about the end, and then 3rd year for sure, I was like, I'm a starter, but I'm not starting. That means the game slowed down, the light went off, and everything is there. Shedeur is going through that process. They all are going through that process, but it seems like Shedeur, because of all he's been through and how he's taking it and how he's thriving right now, seems like he's going to be that guy.
It's crazy. Like he was saying, the NFL, they tried to make a example out of Shedeur because of who his dad is and how he carries himself with so much confidence. Like, having confidence is a crime. But understand, you can't break nobody that's already been made. You know what I'm saying? He done already been through the bad stuff. And he's still handling it. 23 years old. Man, it's grown men who can't even handle this. What's going on? It's a lot of pressure. So he been trained since a baby. Basically, if we being just honest, but like I said, like you can tell people to go do their research, or even if people have seen a lot of these Colorado games, understand Shedeur, he had to throw at least 350 plus yards a game to have finished his senior year with 4,100 some yards. Do you know how hard that is to accomplish and to do with that horrible 69th ranked offensive line? People just be talking, bro. Like, if Hayden paid, a lot of y'all will be rich, but unfortunately, a lot of y'all wouldn't even know how to capitalize off that. Y'all just yapping and talking, bro. But we ain't gonna talk about what the real issue is, but if you know, you know.
Who's in practice like, this is my job, but I'll wait. Go let Flacco do it. It's mine to take. All right. To show love on this show, boy, you know what we do, boy. We flow, boy. But before we do that, I told you guys in the beginning, I was going to hook up one of you gym members. Make sure you guys are a gym member. Go to projecttransition.org, become a gym member. That means a giver every month. Just hit the monthly right there. And this week, we have us a winner. Who's our winner? Boom. Lynn Flatford. I love it. Now, kid, what we talking about right here? What is this? Oh, this is Shedeur's revenge. 5th round pick, but first in line. Haters talk slick, now they ride and pine. Cleveland called up, I ain't missed that tone. Shedeur.
Okay, so this is my first time reacting to Marcellus Wiley content. I didn't know he be freestyling and rapping and stuff. That's lit. I respect it. That's lit though. You know what I'm saying? I never knew that. And I've been knowing about Marcellus Wiley for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a sports head. I'm deep in. We can have a friendly debate. I don't care. I can go all day. If I know what I'm talking about and I know it's facts, I'm there. The whole argument, I'm there. I'm gonna say argument, but may the best researcher win and sports fanatic win. That's all I'm gonna say. But that's crazy though. But look, so that's
on the throne.
That's the end of that video. You know what I'm saying? He ain't talking about Shedeur no more. But understand, if you truly believe in your work ethic and believe who you are as a player, no matter what the outside noise is, you gonna keep putting in that work. Because even I know Shedeur knows, like, okay, despite what's going on, he knows how good he is, but he also knows the challenges that he has to face because of who his father is. And like I said, people just hate us, man. But I respect Shedeur, his game. I respect how he carries himself as a young man. I respect how he just don't shy away from the bright lights. Know what I'm saying? No matter what they saying about him, it is what it is. But before we end this video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And ain't nothing to it but to do it. And understand, Drew got the juice. And I can't make this up. Until next time,